What happens when you grow up in Italy and you fully adapted to Western culture, but your Pakistani parents still uphold Sharia law? Unfortunately, meet 18-year-old Saman Abbas. I expose how horrible Sharia law is, so make sure you follow me. Regardless of how hard Saman tried, she simply could not escape Sharia. Saman was born in Pakistan, but at a very early age, I'm talking about when she was just 1 or 2 years old, she moved to a small town in Italy. Obviously, growing up in a Western country like Italy, she adapted to Western culture. She got rid of the traditional attire like the headscarves, got some piercing, and started to date a younger man. As per Islamic tradition, when she turned 18 years old, her parents tried to force her to go marry an older cousin in Pakistan. Saman, of course, refused to comply with the arranged marriage, which led to a lot of tension between the family. He ended up leaving the house. She sought protection from the Italian social services and lived in a shelter for a few months. She wanted to leave Italy, start a new life with her boyfriend, but she needed to go retrieve her passport. So she returned back home to see her family. Just a day before Saman would disappear, CCTV footage would pick up her uncle and 2 cousins going towards a farm with a shovel and a blue disposing bag. They would return 2 hours later, and the following day, Saman would be seen for her last time. She told her boyfriend if he doesn't hear from her in 2 days to contact the authorities, which he did, and that prompted a long investigation. Why? Because her parents fled to Pakistan. But these buffoons left the younger brother in Italy. He provided critical testimony claiming the family, who led by her uncle, orchestrated the murder. Some sort of justice was served. The cousin and the uncle were both found in France and were extradited back to Italy. The uncle told the authorities exactly where Saman's body was, and eventually her body was discovered. A year after that, her father would be arrested in Pakistan and extradited back to Italy. For 3 years on the run in Pakistan, the mother would also be detained, but she was never extradited back to Italy. She's actually sitting in jail right now. A court in northern Italy would eventually convict the parents and the uncle of the murder of Saman. Some people are going to want to argue that this is culture, has nothing to do with religion, but let me explain this to you guys. When it comes down to honor killings from this specific group of people, they believe, like the parents, that God, their God, authorized them to do this because they believe that this is an apostate or that this individual is going against their religious beliefs. So it's not culture when they believe that their God authorized them to do this.